And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense will take the field first. LSU really put it on the Rebels the last time these two clashed and took home all the flowers in the Magnolia Bowl.
LSU was so dominant in that game. Offensively, defensively, on special teams. It almost seemed like Ole Miss didn't even show up, so Ole Miss has got to play with more sense of urgency this time around.
Yeah, and talking to the Ole Miss guys and their staff, they're pretty upset about it. Like, this did not sit well with them. This rivalry game means something to them, and they're ready to come out here and get that taste out of their mouth and grab their flower back.
Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking down the middle. Complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. So LSU's offense will go to work for the first time today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense did a really good job.
There he goes. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Now on the option. He'll toss it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking, we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's...
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Touchdown, LSU! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They kick it away on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl like it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says. Like, cheating, yeah. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him.
Man, that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So first down here as they go back to work. Gets the back moving. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Plucks it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a...
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here's a Heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. He'll take it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dances away. Fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And this is the part of the field where it starts to be even more clear, right? I'm not backed up in my own territory. I'm getting towards midfield. 4th and inches. I can't get inches. I like my offense. I like their aggressiveness. I like the way they went and got the first down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
It's first down from the 11. The give to the back. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Ole Miss, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Leonard. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Working that left side now. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Rebels will call on their punt team. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Here's the pressure. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Good right down the boulevard. It's our forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we could be shaping up for one memorable finish in this Magnolia Bowl. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. Time to get back to the second half of a flowery but fierce rivalry, the conclusion of the Magnolia Bowl.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. They'll give it to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes in. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
To the ground with the back. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to the run. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
Starting to feel a little pressure.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Rebels are flying down the field. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Rebels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Handoff from the gun. Past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab on the left. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. And the Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. In search of their 1st touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Back to pass. It's Sims. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Crosses midfield. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown LSU! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Rebels will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Plows through the defense. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll toss it to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The gift to the tailback. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
They send the tight end in motion. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He'll ride his man on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be...
Oh, he's got some space. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind. Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive there?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care of Ole Miss. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.